Hi, people. It's weird having shorter hair, even though it's not that short, but it is. All right. It's Lou. It's New Year's Day at 11:30. Oh, look at my watch. Where's my watch? Tell me I've lost my watch. Surely I haven't. Anyway, I know it's after 11:30. I wanted to see if it was 11:33, but oh no. I can go there. It's probably not. But you know what? I've lost my phone. Craziness. My scriptures are on there too if I wanted to get into them. I don't really want to, but I don't want to have to go back downstairs again. Thought I had everything, but oh, I know what I did. I put it on the charger downstairs, so at least I know where it is. Okay. No, I don't know what I'm doing. Got hair everywhere. Okay, so I told you it's the first of 2025. Wow, we're in the year 2525. If man is still alive, if woman can survive, they may find. Okay, so that was still 5,000 years in the future, right? Did I get that right? 2525, and this is 2025. So there's got to be a 5 in the year 2525. So is that 500 or 5,000? I don't know. I know I'm just a little bit on the silly side, but at least I know where my phone is. It'll kind of stop what I'm doing. My hair is so fly away. You know, it's like a electricity type of thing. Enough to drive you insane if you're not already, right? Yes, I'm scrunching over so I can get down in here within the screen. I have brushed my hair, but it just makes it come alive. What's that year 25? I'm just being so silly, okay? But it is true. These things keep ending up inside my nose, inside my mouth, every which way. So everybody is either, well, they've gone to bed, so I imagine they're sleeping, but everybody else has left the house. So Shea Bear's here. I don't know if she's asleep or not, but it was quiet and her door was shut, so she could be. And I'm just coming up to, actually it's Kevin's room. And Kevin has been gone to the army, and I haven't been around. I was so glad that he made it home. What he did was he surprised his mom. I don't know if he surprised all his siblings or not, because someone had to know, right? Because they probably had to go pick him up. I think Jessica said that they were late for an engagement because they had to wait for Kevin, and she didn't know that Kevin was coming. She just, Anyway, things didn't fall quite right into place to get to where she needed to go on time, but it was because Kevin was home. So I'm glad. I'm really glad that he made it. It's been 2 years since I've been here. And it just seems like forever. Sometimes you can walk into a place, and even though it's been forever that you've been here, it also seems like it was just yesterday. So time is elusive. I believe I've said that before. A lot of things are elusive. I just took this bandana off, hoping that I could manage to not have a headache and try to have my hair look different. I just don't know. I don't know if all that's true. It was something I was going to say, but it doesn't matter. So, I started to say I hope everybody got what they wanted for Christmas, but we know everybody didn't. in the grand scheme of things, including me. I didn't get what I wanted for Christmas, did I? Because there's a certain something, a certain someone that I'd like to have. But evidently our time is not right. I'm hoping that'll change soon. And I'm hoping also that this world will straighten out, but I just got a feeling it's not going to. I know. Shouldn't even think that way, right? Don't put any negativity on that. But you know what? Things are going to happen whether we want them to or not. And there are those who are trying to speed it along. Speed it along. Like these other countries that are over there by Israel. They think that they can speed it up, make Jesus come again, his second coming. I don't think they can speed it up, but we might be right on time anyway. I mean, because, you know, it's been coming. And I know, I mean, I don't know why I know, and maybe I don't know, but when I was up on that mountain, I was 27, and I was studying and studying and studying. I had this insatiable urge to learn. And the only thing I had around to learn from were the scriptures. So, hey, I mean, my urge was bad enough, strong enough, that I went and found my scriptures and started studying. And I can go back in my memory and also just my habits and tell you that I'm pretty sure I did most of my studying in the New Testament, because that was when Jesus was here walking the face of the earth, teaching the gospel, healing the sick, raising the dead. So he healed the sick, he made the blind to be able to see and the deaf to be able to hear. He cast out demons, devils. And they knew who he was. My mouth is not working right, but the demons, the devils, whoever you want to call them, they knew who Jesus was. They didn't want nothing to do with him. What are we to do with you? Well, you're going to cast into those swine and you're going to run off the edge of that thing and drown in the sea. That's what you're going to have to do with me. That was just one guy. And I mean, I only remember part of the story from my reading, but not this time around. But I think someone asked him his name, and he said, Legion. We are Legion, which is 1,000 men. If I remember right, that's what a legion is. Armies, we're 1,000 people. We're 1,000. So inside that one guy was 1,000 demons. Can you imagine the stress and strain that body was going on? You know, like tearing him apart, making him disfigured and all kinds of stuff. Who knows? And no, I don't want to go back and try to find that and read it. And I'm not going to quit talking just because I got to prove every damn thing either. And that'll be something that happens when you're, you know, when somebody's trying to ask you questions about the gospel and they're not necessarily wanting to learn. What they're really wanting to do is twist you up in knots, get you to be all flustered and not be able to do anything. Well, just don't do anything. If you can't do anything at all, just shut up. Or you could have the Spirit of God within you, and you can open up your mouth, and He'll give you the words to say. But that's a matter of faith, putting it to the test. I know it works. Feel at peace, knowing that you don't have to have every bit of knowledge, okay? Have faith. Believe in God. Believe what you're telling people. Now, that's enough of that. I know I've talked entirely too much about religion, especially around my family, oh my posterity, my child, and my child's children. I don't know. You teach by example, right? My daughter knows me pretty well, but then again, she doesn't. And I love her. And somewhere down deep, she loves me too. But I just think she's so full of anger sometimes that you can't see. You can't get out of where you're at to see the light, even. So, yes, I just took a BC, right? I got to remember that because I feel that headache coming on. First thing I want to do is reach for a BC. Oh, say, I got to have another one of them things. But no, I don't want one. I took my bandana off, but maybe I should put it back on. It does give me a cozy feeling. It helps me to function. That is the right words. I have had in the past, okay, not now, but in the past, I have had headaches that were so bad. There was no way I could function. And my brain cozy does make it a possibility to function, to be able to get something done. Instead of like holding your head and keeping your eyes shut and hoping and praying you'll get some relief. Well, we want relief beforehand. And that's where my BC powders come into hand. And so do my bandanas. Now, I don't know why you people are so adamant about not trying my bandana. I find it crazy. But that's because I know that it works. Ask my sister Nancy. No! She don't care if her head's about to fall off. She ain't going to put on a bandana. My grandma Riggs used to wear a bandana around her head, and I know exactly why, because it helped. I mean, if I put the bandana on first, I might not have to take that BC powder to try to get rid of my headache. And what it does is it constricts where the pulsating's going on. You got your veins going through there, and they go boom, 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 and it hurts like hell. I'm only laughing because there's 3 people that I know that I've tried to get to do the bandana deal, but they don't. They just, oh, it'll be okay. It's okay. You guys go ahead and hurt. But you ought to believe in me. I mean, really, why don't you believe in me? You think I'm stupid? You think I love wearing a bandana for no reason? Maybe. But then it would still be a reason. Maybe it would be that I have a bad hair day. And the bandana around my forehead helps me look better. God, I'm hot. I need my fan. I left my fan at Nancy's house. And it's just a little one, so I've got to find me a little one and something to make the air go around. So I put on my cozy, what you call these things? My leggings. I got my leggings on. So now I'm going to pull them up to my knees. Oh. Because, ouch, now my foot's itching. No, I do. I've got another problem, and that is I have to have my toes covered with socks, or they hurt. It has to do with the diabetes and the nerve damage, I guess, or something like that. But I sure do feel like I could use a fan right now. Oh, that was good too. Okay. Yeah, I got frozen toes. Okay. Well, I got this thing turned up, so you should be able to hear me. I'm not really sure how that works. Maybe if I had it turned down, then you could still turn it up. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how that works necessarily. I feel like I'm so skinny, but I'm not. What it is my legs are skinny. My belly is not skinny. I'm just going to let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be. And in my hour of darkness, I don't have words put together. They'll just, when I don't really think about it, they just all pop out together and it works real good. But that's not how it is when you're trying to think about it. That's why I get amazed sometimes when all these words come flying out of my mouth and I don't know where they came from. Except for that in here, my brain is thinking about some stuff and then all of a sudden it pulls out a file where someone's already been where I'm at. Because music has always been a big part of my life. My toenails need cutting. I know. Oh, what a silly person I are. It's okay. But it is true. I want my man. Tired of waiting. But that's okay. Let's see. And in my hour of darkness, be standing right in front of me. That's what I just sang. Okay, so today, my grandson calls and says, "Do you want to go do something, Grandma?" I had no idea what to do. That's how out of it I am, because I never have had much to do. So I told him, "You guys figure out something and I'll be glad to come along. We don't have to go spend gobs of money or anything. We can just, like I did mention, I love to walk in the forest, walk in the trees, and stuff. But I don't, not necessarily want to be uncomfortable because, it's cold." So anyway, they came up with an escape room. I'd never done that. So we all went to this place that had like six different escape rooms. The one we had was the candy place. Candy cane, something or other. Anyway, it was interesting. I think you can have up to 10 people and you all go into this room and then there's all these clues you need to get before you can get out. And they actually solved them. Within 30 minutes, we were out of there. And they gave us an hour. But it was interesting. They were right after it, man. Those kids knew what they were doing. I'm just looking around like I wouldn't know where to begin. You have to find all these clues, and you got to put the clues together to undo locks, and then you undo a lock to something, and inside that is something that you need for a clue. Anyway, they had fun, and I had fun watching. But if I'd have had to go in there and try to figure that out, I'd have never made it. But see, one of them had already been in there before. And then I don't know about the rest, but they sure seemed to know what they were doing. It's called an escape room. We had to escape. And in order to escape that room, we had to come up with a secret recipe for something. Some kind of cake or candy or something. But they did it. I was so amazed. But we got up off our butts and got out of the house and went and did something together, and that was a great thing. No. I'm not sure how this is going to go. Right now, all my stuff is in my suitcases, except for my one bag. I have a bag that's my carry. It's not a carry-on, but it's my personal item. It's the size of underneath the seat in front of me. And you're able to pack quite a bit in there. I was able to, several leggings, couple pairs of jeans, and some shirts, t-shirts mostly. But things where I can change clothes and be okay. But anyway, I just got to figure out what I'm doing. I figured I'd come for a visit. We'll see how it goes. And then I'm going to go back and get my car. And then I'm going to go to my place in Downs and see what I can do about that house. I keep getting this thing back. I filled it out. I made a deal for it on Zillow a while back, and then you forget about it, But they sent me something anyway to one of my emails. It was like a recap or something. And they've got my house valued at over $70,000 the way it is. Of course, I don't know if they actually have the way it is. But I know it's not worth $70,000, but you know what? Depending on the location, if it was in a city, probably it would be. Because it's amazing what they want $100,000 for. So, it's all a matter of perspective. It is, what is it worth to me? Okay, for me to sell it, what is it worth for me? Like if I didn't sell it. If I don't sell it, it's actually worth a lot to me because it is a roof and walls and running water and a heater, an air conditioner, a bathroom, a place to take a bath, wash my hands, go potty. In the kitchen, there's a sink. There should be running water. I have to get the pipes checked. But it had been empty for 7 years before me and Joe took it over. And when we took it over, we didn't have any trouble with the water pipes. So I'm hoping the same thing is true. Because it's been 10 years. It's been about 10 years it's been empty. And I never went back after we left. But Joe went back about 3 times. And I don't know what all he did when he went back and to check on things. But the water was off, so there was no checking on that. I mean, I paid the utilities for quite a while, actually, before I had them shut them off. I've really done some dumb things throughout life. I paid utilities at that house. I paid utilities at the big house. I have paid utilities where I've left houses. Empty houses. Stupid. I'm full of stupid things that I've done. And I do give advice. Because I've been there. My mother told me, you'll regret this one day. Well, she was right. I do regret it, and I'm still paying today. But maybe good things are on the horizon. Future's coming, one way or another. I just don't want my family to be all freaked out over it all. And I don't want to be freaked out either. I want life to be happy and marvelous. Wouldn't that be great? Simply marvelous. So, the main thing, that was what we did today, was we did that outing, and then we've been watching a show on Netflix called Ozark. I don't know if it's called Ozark or The Ozarks or what. But it's quite tripping. And man, if I thought my life had stress, it don't got stress compared to that show. Be on the edge of your seat all the time. Some of you might have watched that show and you'll know what I'm talking about. But, wow. Talking about big money, big evil people that have no thought, no worry about killing you. No, it's a way of life. Boom, 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 you're dead. Well, don't be doing things you shouldn't ought to be doing, huh? Definitely don't mess with the cartel. The drug cartel. The ones that have all the millions of dollars they have to launder because of illegal activities. Anyway, it's enough to really blow your mind. Amazing. So I haven't watched any of these other shows. My brother wanted me to watch Breaking Bad. This was a while back, maybe a year, 2, 3 before. And I did. I watched one episode. I don't even know if I made it through the whole episode. But I watched part of one episode, if not. That's where I think where the guy has a disease. It's going to cost a bloody fortune, and he's worried about his family, and he's a scientist, chemist, so he starts cooking meth for paying bills. Anyway, I watched a good portion of that first episode. I didn't feel the urge to go back and watch any more. Gives me a headache just thinking about it. So, and then my brother likes to watch another show called Yellowstone. Well, I haven't seen that. Evidently, Kevin Costner's in it. Is that his name? But Nathan loves that show. So he likes all those intense things. I mean, it's giving me a headache just thinking about it. But see, my headaches are migrated up to here instead of right here. They're up here. So I don't know how to take care of that. My brain cozy it's not made for going up there. Let's see if I can figure out how to put this thing on. Do-do. Da-da-da. Okay. Well, that's not very tight at all, comparatively speaking. Let's pull it down some. Anyway. I guess I probably don't really have a whole lot to say. Except for that. We all need prayers. I was going to say, pray for me. I need prayers. But we all do. And maybe even all of us in this house need prayers. You got all these different people. My daughter has 5 children. The youngest one is 15. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the rest. I'm not a very good grandma. Because you'd think I'd be right on top of all that stuff. I know Carly's birthday. And then I know that Tyler is 5 years younger. But I'm not exactly sure when his birthday is. And then I'm not sure how far down the road it is. You know, So, Carly just turned 30. So Tyler's got to be 25. Then Madison came next, and I'm not sure how far down the road that was. Let's see, Madison was just, I really don't know. Okay, but so after Kevin is Madison, and after Madison is, after Tyler is Madison, and after Madison is Kevin. And then after Kevin is Shay. And we all are rebellious little souls. They all took after me. It's not funny. You know, Jessica took after me. She don't like it. But she did say, doesn't matter if I like it or not, you know. I did take after you. You know, it's kind of like when you say things, you hear your mom or your dad saying it. Oh, maybe I should go to bed and go to sleep. Because I'm lacking in that area. That's really what I should do. And then I just got to figure out what to do about my little house. Because I'm thinking, you know, what I started to say earlier is, when you're selling something, it's not just what the world thinks it's worth or the people around think it's worth. It's what is it worth to you? And if I ended up having to be living by myself, it's a perfect little place. It's little, it's cozy, it's a small town, so I don't have to worry about a lot of traffic and stuff. And as long as you're a decent person and don't make any enemies, then you'll be okay. The one big thing I would need if I'm going to live by myself is I need a German Shepherd. Or whatever other dog would be very protective. German Shepherds are loyal and protective, and probably a lot of other dogs are too. I just don't know which ones they are. But I do know that there's a difference between an ankle biter and one that'll go through your throat. Go for your throat. Could be through your throat too. But you know, they are naturally protective of those that they love. So it's not like I'd have to be training them to do anything bad. And as long as nobody did anything bad to me, they'd be okay. But you can better bet, if they came after me, the dog would take care of business. Because that's just the way they are. They're loyal. My hair's driving me insane. See, I've got this hair tie. I've been thinking I might go into... I can't say that. Go into business making scrunchies. But I don't know if I could just put my hair back like that. I don't want it just totally back. I just want it to stay out of my mouth. Out of my eyeballs. I don't know your name. One of my last comments that I got, thank you very much. I appreciate that, being called your fave. That's sweet. And I do try to be honest. I don't tell lies unless they're absolutely necessary, and then they're not hurtful. But, you know, there are times when you just don't need to say everything. And I'm still learning that. If you don't got something nice to say, don't say anything at all. Sometimes I just can't help myself. It's not funny, but it is true. I mean, there'll be things I should not say, but I can't help myself. And I know I'm cleaning out my eyes. And I am going to go to bed. Oh. So I took my first vitamin E supplement before I got on here. So I'm hoping that's going to help my hair follicles from the inside. And then I'm still going to do the vitamin E and castor oil scalp treatment, hair treatment. I need to do that for my whole body. And then I need to start eating correctly. And I got most of the stuff from my smoothies. I mean, I had a bunch of walnuts, and I left them at Nancy's but I imagine they're in my bags I have packed back in the shed. Walnuts are spendy, but I still might have to get me some because they're really good for you. Just won't put as many in, just put a few in. Same thing with the fruit. You don't have to put as much as I do in mine, but I was depending on it for my nutrition. So I kind of went overboard. So you could just put, like say, less than 10 walnut halves or walnut wholes, whatever. And then put some blueberries in and some strawberries in, but not as much as I've been doing. And I did just order myself some Slim Fast. I hated that. I ordered it at full price, and then I just looked today, and it's at $20.99. So it's $9 to $10 off right now on Amazon. And what you do is you put in 52 servings. Slim Fast powder, 52 servings. And it comes in a bag. $21 for 52 servings. So 21 is what? That's 42. So it's less than 50 cents. Less than 50 cents a serving. And what's great about the Slim Fast is that it's got vitamins and minerals in it. And it stops you from getting hungry. My naturopath didn't want me to use Slim Fast. She said it was too sweet. And when you're fighting cancer, you don't want sugar. Okay, but it's like Mary Poppins said, a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. It's sulfur. The problem is with me, they got me on metformin, which messes with your sugars. And I think that's why. If I have any sweetness and stuff, I get sick. I get sick in the head. It really is not a pleasant situation. It's like, what is the deal? But Slim Fast does help you not get hungry as fast. Because I ran out of Slim Fast before, and I had run across the deal. It was a protein meal replacement shake type deal. And so I had bought it because I got a really good deal on it. So I was trying that out, and oh my. It did not take very long at all after taking it that I was hungry. Way hungry, which meant I was getting sick. So no, we need Slim Fast. I need Slim Fast. I don't know about anybody else, but I do. I like that little cup. Okay, so my phone is downstairs. I got to go back downstairs. I mean, if I wanted to do anything in the scriptures, I couldn't. And I showed you that little book in my last deal. And I don't want to read out of it, so I'm not going to do it. But there's lots and lots and lots of good stuff to read if you have a mind to, and if your head don't bother you and all that stuff. But if I can go to sleep, I really ought to do that. So maybe I'll do that. I'll just tell you guys good night, get my little self into bed, and hopefully I'll be able to go to sleep. Sometimes I'll lay here with my eyes wide open and I can't go to sleep. Or even if I close my eyes, I still can't go to sleep. And I would like to have sweet dreams. I would like to be able to program my dreams so I could dream wonderful things. But I don't know if I can do that. I have to try harder. There's just a lot of things about me that's stubborn. Because I know I need to go to bed earlier. But I'm learning more reasons to do it. Meaning, I think I already discussed it with my last video. It'll help your hair loss situation. You need sleep. Not anything I thought about. You don't want to strain your brain. And then let's see what else. the appearance of my face would probably be much better. I don't know if that'll have anything to do with swelling, because I do have swelling too. But I'll just have to discover that. Listen, go and listen to Dr. William Li, and that's spelled L-I, the Li part. And then there's another person, Barbara O'Neill. She's a doctor too, I'm pretty sure. Don't count my life on it, but I'm pretty sure she's a doctor. Dr. William Li has taken part in passing drugs. I mean, in the drug testing stuff. I think he said he was responsible for 40 different drugs that are saving people's lives out there. But what he talks about a lot is foods that will fight cancer, foods that will fight disease, starving cancer. So you can eat the right foods and it will starve cancer and still feed you. The thing about chemotherapy is it's killing you. Yeah, you're trying to kill the cancer, but you're killing you too. So think about it. I gotta still do some thinking about it. I don't like what I'm hearing from these doctors, the more questions I ask. Because that's what I'm worried about, I am tolerating this medicine well, but it sounds to me like as we go further in time, I might not be able to. So it's leading me down a path that I might not want to go down. So anybody with some good news on that front, or even just news, whether it's good or bad, I think we should share that. But I do think I need my phone, and it's downstairs on the charger. I didn't plan on going back down. It's good to be able to go up and down stairs, I guess. Nancy's stairs were quite tall. I mean, it was 15 steps, okay. But my daughter's stairs, I have not counted the steps, but it's steeper. It's more narrow and it's steeper than Nancy's. And Jessica lives in a house, I already said it earlier, I don't know if I said it on here, but she's got 3 floors plus a basement, so that's basically 4 levels. The basement is short, you wouldn't want to be walking around down there. But that's where the laundry is, and there is room down there. So I do think that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to say goodbye to you guys, and then I'm going to go to bed, and I'm going to shut her off. Bye, you guys.